Thank you. Mr. Moskowitz.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the conversation. In 2022, the Anti-Defamation League said there were 3,697 anti-Semitic incidents in the United States. That was a 36% increase from 2021, just the year before. I think it was an excellent decision by President Biden to elevate the position of the head of the special envoy to monitor and combat anti-Semitism to an ambassador at large. You know, when my Republican colleagues cozy up to neo-Nazis and the Proud Boys and white supremacist groups.
Mr. Chairman? Mr. Chairman, I find that offensive that the gentleman would make a broad statement like that. And I think that he should back that up with any individual, but not a broad group. That would be inappropriate for me and untrue.
Don't worry, I'm getting to the part you'll like.
Well, I don't. Okay. Perhaps you are. I find it offensive that you have used this forum.
Sure, no problem. Donald Trump had dinner with a Holocaust denier at his house. You want more facts?
Then use that, sir.
Sure, no problem. When my Republican colleagues support a president of the United States who's having dinner with a Holocaust denier at his house and they remain silent, silence is complicity. When there are Nazis,
Mr. Sessions,
I would like my time back,
Mr. Chairman. I'm sure you'll get that back. Broad statements are inappropriate and are not worthy of this hearing.
I know you're in denial that he had dinner with a Holocaust
I was unaware of it. So for you to assume that
that was national news for like a week.
That matters not. Okay. What I'm trying to say, Mr. Chairman, is this hearing needs to stay very cordial and very much on the level. And attacks like this are exactly why our country is going through what we're going through. And
Mr. Chairman, there needs to be a point of order actually in this.
There's no point of order. I called nobody out other than the former president of the United States, Donald Trump.
That is not correct, sir. You referred to Republicans.
Mr. Chairman, there needs to be a point of order, please.
Mr. Chairman, I would ask that you please admonish the people of this subcommittee and that we are trying to make progress together.
Mr. Chairman, there needs to be a point of order.
Yeah, and I'd like my time back, Mr.
Chairman. We need a point of order. You will get your time back. We're not running the clock. Okay. If there's no point of order, just continue.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I'll go back to what I was previously saying, is that when Republican colleagues, not all of them, but some Republican colleagues cozy up to neo-Nazis and the Proud Boys and white supremacist groups.
Mr. Chairman, I would like for you to please...
Sir, there's no point of order here.
We need a point of order.
I know this is uncomfortable, but I want to get through this. So it's just a paragraph, and we'll be fine. So much for free speech. When some of my Republican colleagues cozy up to neo-Nazis, Proud Boys, and white supremacist groups because they are their voters, and when President Trump hosts Holocaust deniers at Mar-a-Lago, sometimes we hear silence from our friends on the right. When Nazis are holding rallies in the streets, when mass murderers go into synagogues or grocery stores and have Nazi symbols or anti-Semitic dossiers under white nationalism or Christian nationalism, we actually don't hear silence, we hear denial. But don't worry, I want to make this committee bipartisan because this is a bipartisan issue. Anti-Semitism is bipartisan. And there is plenty of bipartisan silence of what's happening to Jews in this country on the left. Gas the Jews, kill the Jews, glory to the martyrs, celebrating Hamas killing of innocent people at GW last night, my alma mater. Glory to the martyrs, glory to the people that raped women, that killed babies in their cribs. Glory to those people. Bring back Hitler. Jews are not wanted. No wonder the Germans killed them. Zionism is a mental illness. No wonder why Hitler wanted to get rid of them. Fuck the Jews. Posters of children hostages being pulled down all over the country. Swastikas coming back, not just at rallies, but people are just wearing them. Cheering in the street after rape, killing babies, using rape as a cause of resistance, burning people alive like they did in concentration camps to bring back the smell of burning Jews. We are constantly told that you can be critical of Israel's policies without being anti-Semitic. Except that's not what we're seeing in the street. We're not seeing from the progressive left them saying, you know, Israel. No, they're saying the Jews, right? We're constantly told, no, you can criticize a country's policies and positions. It's not about a religion. It's not about an elimination of people, except that's not what they're saying. That's not what they're doing. All being done in the cause of resistance or progressive values. And again, while it's not all of my members, silence from the progressive left. You know, I get it. Jews don't look like the usual victim. We don't look like victims. No, we look more like oppressors. And in social media, where everything is, you know, binary, right? We don't like complicated arguments, right? And where facts don't matter anymore because folks like Elon Musk took away all of the guardrails, and where anti-Semitism and racism and hatred is just breeding on social media. It is no wonder why what we're seeing now scares the Jewish community, because we have not seen this since the Holocaust. You know, it's because Jews are subhuman. That's what it is. It is a double standard that is only applied to us, and both parties are failing because, you know what, each of them have no problem calling out anti-Semitism when the other side does it, right? The Republicans will call out the Squad. Democrats will call out, you know, Republican members when they say, you know, Jews and space lasers. No, we have no problem doing it on the other side, because that's easy, super easy to criticize the other side. No, but it is much harder to do it when it's within your own ranks. Much harder to do it within your own ranks. That's when we see the silence. And so, I'll conclude, Mr. Chairman. You know, Jews have often wondered why it took so long for people to come to their aid during the Holocaust, why millions of people were slaughtered before people came to their aid. Now we know. Now we know why it took so long. And we also now know, because we see it in this country, in the streets and in the halls of Congress, we now know who those people are who wouldn't come to our aid now if that happened again. I yield back.